Welcome to The Edge, where we showcase the visionaries shaping industry and redefining success. Today, we spotlight a remarkable entrepreneur who has carved a niche in the furniture and interior design industry. Engineer Joy Igbodike grew up surrounded by craftsmanship, learning the intricacies of furniture making in her mother's factory. In 2009, she took the foundation and launched JB Interiors, a brand committed to delivering quality furniture and interior design solutions to both individuals and corporate clients. As a female entrepreneur in a male-dominated industry, she has defied the odds, bringing innovation, style, and excellence to every piece she creates. To gain deeper insight into her journey, our correspondent, Vivian, sat down with engineer Joy Igbodike to explore the challenges, triumphs, and the future of the furniture business. Let's take a listen.
I come from a family of furniture makers. So my mom also had a furniture company while I was growing up. So at the age of 14, I entered the factory. So basically, I finished secondary school very early. I think when I was 14. And of course, I couldn't go to the university at that time. So I just go to the factory to work, to help out. And she was paying me. Because she was paying me, I was going. And I found that I like to do a lot of things with my hands. So and there was a lot of discipline from her too at that time. So I ended up being in the factory. We're just 3 of us as women in the whole factory. And I was the only one inside the factory herself. She was more doing the administrative part of the job. She was in the office as secretary. And I was inside the workshop. So from there I learned woodworking, I learned metal work, I can weld, I can do everything. Then I entered school too. I ended up doing engineering, production, mechanical engineering, production option. So I did that. And when I finished, I didn't bother to look for a job. I just went straight to work for her. And I started working in the factory with her, and my younger brother, who also did the same course, by the way. And they were working together. And at some point, I think in 2005, my brother got a job. I said he was leaving. And I also thought, you know what, I want to leave. So I resigned. And I started JB Furniture at the back of my house with just one carpenter table. And it said I wanted to do my thing. You know how parents can be now. At that time, I had a lot of new ideas that I was bringing on, but she was not like, okay, let me go and try my hands on stuff. And also another thing that also made me leave, start my own at that time, was that, because we make furniture now, my friends would come to our house. Joy's house is so beautiful, like everywhere is so fine. And when they call their parents come and see, they can't afford it. It was unaffordable. So I just felt like, how can I be producing something and people at my level, my friends cannot afford it. So I wanted to do affordable furniture, actually. So, and I would talk to her at that time, and she was like, she couldn't see it because she had very high-end customers. She was working for the multinational. So why would she be doing furniture for, I said, let me go and try my own hands on furniture for everyday people. So I had this in mind that I wanted to do furniture for everyday people. I wanted people like me to be able to walk into my shop and buy my stuff. So I just started trying out. So at that time, I couldn't even afford anything. So I went to take all her bad furniture, like the furniture that there are customers that condemned, So I started refurbishing them. Then I put them out for display and I started selling. So I remember I got my first customer sometime in November 2005. I was so happy. And that's been the story, 20 years of running JB Furniture. And 2017, social media era came, and I just saw that a lot of people were advertising badly made furniture. I couldn't understand why. So I just felt like, is it that they don't know how to produce furniture that would meet that level, or they just don't understand? So I said, okay. I just started a page on social media. I called it JB Furniture School. I started coming online to teach people how to actually identify good furniture and how to make them. And then from there, people started asking me, do you have a school? I said, okay, maybe I could actually start an academy. So I got to start the academy, started the academy formally in 2017 as an online school. From there, we started the physical school. From there, because I was now in technical education, and also understand that there's a lot of gap in our industry here in Nigeria. So I started to also dig deeper, and I was lucky to also be on the board of a technical college that, was also gave me leverage. So I was part of people that were reviewed the curriculum for furniture making in Nigeria at that time. It was funded by GIZ. And then, so I was able to put my own input into that curriculum review. And when it came out, I now saw that there was a gap I also needed to fill in education. If I want people to do better, I need to show them how to do better. So I started the academy, we started teaching people furniture making. Then at some point, I also now realized that it was just me among all these men, and everybody was, what do you know? And I was doing well. And I said, okay, maybe I should just start training girls. So I started my NGO, that JB Skill Up Initiative, to train girls specifically in furniture making. And we launched that in 2019. And from that time, I've been very particular about seeing more women hands-on, not just in the office, furniture making. Because I feel like women are, we are kind of marginalized, we're kind of put inside a box to say that when it comes to skill, you must learn hairdressing, makeup artistry, and all of that. But there's a huge opportunity in the furniture industry, and there's a huge skill gap, If you go to 10 furniture companies, 10 of them are looking for skilled workers. So why am I not deliberately encouraging young women to look at what they can do so that when they get this skill, they don't have to look for a job. People will be asking them and offering them jobs. So I started training girls in furniture making. And the academy became certified. We were able to also go through the registration with MBT, awarding bodies NIOB, so that we get all the certifications required. Because it's very important to me that we're able to do anything that we do to international standard. I don't believe in mediocrity. So whatever I want to put my hands in, I have to do it very well and do it to the level that everybody knows that I've tried. So we got certified, we did all of that, and then the school is standing today, and we've been able to get some sponsorship, some partnership with foundations and other bodies to help sponsor training, especially for girls in furniture making. And now my mom works for me actually now, so she's back to help us in the factory, and then we're growing. So it's just two of us, and I think we're over 30 something now staff. So.
Wow, what an enlightening conversation with Engineer Joy. Her journey into the furniture industry is a testament to how passion, skills, and determination can break boundaries and redefine success. Now, let's take a closer look at the JB interiors and the craftsmanship that sets it apart. In this short documentary, we will explore the creativity, precision, and innovation that define the brand. Don't go anywhere. The interview continues right after this.
JB Furniture Limited is a business outlet that makes furniture for homes, offices, hotels for comfort and aesthetic appeal, as well as the vision of catering for the furniture needs of everyday average income earners in Nigeria. At JB Furniture Limited, the quality of the plywood, particle board, velvet silk, and accessories in making this furniture provides durability, resistance to wear and tear, beautiful grain patterns. They do not wobble or create cracks if you sit on them or rub your hands over them. JB Furniture Limited has different departments: design, material cuttings, joinery, finishing, assembly, and quality control. Building quality furniture requires patience, planning, and persistence. That was why JB Furniture Limited decided to add training school to their scheme of work. JB Furniture Limited is good in improving the product quality and building strong relationships with suppliers. The CEO of JB Furniture Limited, Engineer Joy Igbudike, is an employer of labor. She believes in teamwork, excellence, integrity, and delivering excellent quality at all times.
Are there plans for you to export your materials especially the finished one, which is our furniture. Any plans for that? Or are you exporting?
You know, like I tell my colleagues, I tell them that all of us producing furniture in Nigeria, we're not servicing 30% of the furniture consumed by Nigerians. So our focus is to be able to produce products that will meet international, so that people that are importing furniture reduce it so that they can buy local. So for me, I'm promoting buy local. So I would rather be one of the people that make sure that we can also push the imported furniture out first. Let's gain that before I say I'm exporting.
In terms of regulations, are you having any challenges since it's locally made? So you can run anywhere to pick your materials. Standard Organization of Nigeria will come to your factory, check it, and say, do you have regulations like that that are checking what you're doing?
So for us, most of our raw materials, the importers have their regulations. So we buy from local importers. So they have gone through all of that. But I know that what was challenged before was on our plywood and other wood derivatives that are imported from other countries. I know that the ban has actually been lifted on those things. But we also still advocate anyway that people should buy local. Some companies are also producing them locally now. So we try to see how we can manage that. But when it comes to like Sun and all of this, it's actually from the suppliers and the vendors that import them, not directly to us. So I don't think we have any issue around that for now.
How is your staff strength like?
Well, now we're over like 30, and then we also have other subcontractors that come in when we have large volume production, so that we also monitor our overhead that way. You know, so when we have large scale production, because we also produce for projects, you know, we produce for other manufacturers of furniture. So when we have large projects like that, we also have other people that come in, but give or take, we're around 30, thereabouts.
And are you taking only graduates?
No. In fact, for us in production, it's the skill that matters. So for production, it's really about skill. But of course, production cannot run on its own without the other business areas. So in admin, in other areas, yes, graduates. But when it comes to core production, we don't care about the degree. We just care about the skill that you have. And that's what's important to us. So.
You made mention of part of your goal being somebody who can produce an affordable furniture. Are we there now?
Well, I would say that we keep moving there every day, because the thing about affordability is relative, actually. You know, what is affordable to you might not be affordable to the next person. But what I've been doing right now is to make sure that people get value for every kobo that they spend with us. For me, it's all about the value. So don't give me a 1 million naira product that is actually worth 100,000. So if I give you a 1 million naira product, it should be worth 1 million naira in the terms of, so I would say that because of the fact that materials are now very costly, it's affecting costs. But in as much as that, I also have learned over the years that what makes furniture expensive is how they're produced, the raw materials that are chosen, and a lot of wastage goes into our production process. So one of the ways that I have tried to keep my furniture affordable is to make sure that I do not put my waste on my customers. So we optimally use all our resources, so that when materials process use is captured optimally, then at least the customer is paying or being charged for what is actually used, not what we are wasting. So our processes are similar in such a way that we hardly have waste. Even when we have waste, we convert them. And when we convert our waste into other products, it helps us to stay affordable. So I would say we have categories of products. And then our designs too. So we design very simple products that are also very beautiful. That's for some kind of people. The people that now want luxury too, we have for them. So we make sure that across board, we can service almost everybody. And then we also have a program that we do that we call Furniture Swap, where people also bring their old furniture and then they're able to swap it for new furniture. This is our own innovation of being affordable. So people don't have to throw away anything. We try to see how we can give new life to those things or extend the life of those things. So sometimes we even do refurbishing, just so that we change the old structure of the chair. You have something inside that we can still turn into something, so you just pay a little. That's our ways of being affordable. It might not necessarily be in building a product from scratch, but also making sure that we use a lot of things that will make our costs go low, so that our prices can also be low.
Welcome back. It was an enlightening discussion on affordable furniture and how JB Interiors is making quality designs accessible to more people. Now, let's hear from others who have experienced Engineer Igbodike's work firsthand. In this next segment, we will bring you a voice pop where clients and admirers share their thoughts on our impact in the industry. After that, we will return to the final part of our interview where Engineer Joy and her guests talk about the challenges in this furniture business and how they navigate them. Stay with us.
Okay, JB Furniture is a company that came to serve Nigeria. For Nigerians, she produces for only Nigerians. And she's doing very great. At least I've seen her products. The products are superb. In fact, it's almost up to the international standard I was making then for, for foreigners. I was producing for only foreigners. But she came in and said, she wants to produce for Nigerians. I said, okay. Now, I think with what she learned from us, make her products to be very, very okay, and up to the international standard.
Madam Joy, as she's fondly called, she is a visionary leader. Our craftsmanship has shown in all our work, all round. And as a leader who put us together, under our wings, and I'm very, very proud of her.
My boss is an exceptional human being. She's a lovely person and an amazing, very amazing. She's very supportive and she's just the best. Beyond the old JB Furniture, she's an approachable person and I love her vision as a person, and she's the kind of person that believes in teamwork. So here in JB Furniture, she taught us that we can work together as family, which is one thing I love so much about her. And she's the kind of person who promotes females. She's so supportive. Whenever you, as a female, you have a vision, you have something you want to do, she's very supportive. She promotes girls, most especially girls. She should ginger them, she encourage them to do more, and she tell them they can do more as a female, which is one thing I love about her.
Challenges, I'll say one is the overhead costs. The cost of production is so high. For diesel, for electricity, or and our products are large, so we keep moving things around. This has affected salaries, affected everything. So, and then also access to funds, access to finance. We go to all of these bodies, DFIs, Bank of Industry, all of the people that are supposed to help us manufacturing. They tell us, go and bring one big collateral. I don't have the collateral. I'm building a business. So I'm not building a house to keep and use the money for something else, And that's another challenge. I think access to fund is one of the issues. Then the cost of overhead, because of general economic inflation, has affected everybody. Materials have skyrocketed, but we still have to make sure that we make it work. And also knowing that because of how cost of living is very high now for people, furniture becomes secondary sometimes, So people want to meet their basic needs. So we have to do more in the area of marketing to people that actually need furniture, because if you're sitting in an office, whether you have to buy a table or chair. So we have to make sure that, so it just keeps us thinking and innovating to be able to reach a broader market, so that at every point we're able to sell.
So on a last note, your advice for women who are thinking that this is basically for men's job, it doesn't concern women. Their career is to cook and it's not in engineering. What's your advice?
Well, I'll say that I think that the stereotype, we're breaking it gradually, so there's not really, I don't think that it's really about the young girls. I think it's just from the families. And why I would say that is that if I come from a family that I was the firstborn, a girl, and I had brothers, and my mom did not see anything wrong, me entering the workshop to go and work, you understand? So it comes even from the home. What are we telling them? So I think the work should even be on the parents, making them know that they can do whatever they want to do, and allowing people to just fly irrespective. So, and for the community around, I would say that, let's break the barrier. What is important is let anybody thrive where they want to thrive. And there's nothing that is good for the goose that's not good for the gander. And also, I'm one of the people that say I don't believe in what a man can do, a woman can do better. That's not. I believe in what a man can do, let the woman also do if she wants to do. So there's no competition, you know. We're just all same. So if I want to go into carpentry, all well and good. If a man wants to do it, fine. Just a career. So let's stop stereotyping careers to a particular gender. You understand? And I'll also say to the people that are female, young girls that are female that want to come into vocations that are tagged male dominated, they have to put in more work. You know, I would say that for me, I hardly get discriminated because when I open my mouth to speak to my clients, I know what I know. So don't just go there with nothing in your head. Understand that because coming as a woman, you're already judged. That's the environment we find ourselves. So you have to go in with so much knowledge, not just a pretty face. A pretty face will also ask you because they'll be like, oh, you have a pretty face and you can do all of this. But let brains be in that head. You know, learn. Take up the learn that you can learn so that you can stand and know that you know what you know. And people will not look at just the pretty face, but they'll look at the brain behind the pretty face. And that would open doors for you. I'm a totally married person. I always feel that work hard, it pays. God will give you opportunities, but you need to work at it too. So learn, keep learning, and always be on your toes. That's what I would say.
So 10 years from now, where do we see Jabi Furnitures?
In 10 years, I should have retired, though. Somebody else should have taken over. But honestly, I'm building a business that I can live, you know. So for me, I'm not building a business that I will be there forever. You know, I'm building a business that I know that at a point I'll retire and some other people will take it. It necessarily might not be my children, but whoever can run it will run it. I'm building a business that can be sold. So I'm hoping that one day, one big multinational company will come and buy me out. Then I can continue and go and be the teacher that I've always loved to be. My retirement plan is just to sit down in the classroom and teach. And not all of this any longer. But I will still be in the furniture industry, even in 10 years, 20 years time, if I'm alive, I will be there.
What an inspiring journey. Engineer Joy has shown us that with passion, dedication, and skill, one can break barriers and redefine an industry. From quality craftsmanship to making furniture more accessible, her story is one of resilience and innovation. As we wrap up today's episode, we hope you have been inspired by the insights shared and the impact of JB Interiors in the furniture industry. Thank you for joining us on The Edge. Until next time, keep pushing the boundaries and turning your dreams into reality. I am Patience, and this has been The Edge. Stay tuned for more stories of innovation and transformation. See you soon.